Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school,
juniors,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome out to Belleville West High School, where we are live tonight to bring you a little high school girls volleyball action as your Collinsville Lady K-Hawks get ready to take on the Lady Maroons of Belleville West. I am Todd Duke, and welcome in once again to the broadcast and the pregame show brought to you tonight by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the K-Hawk Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape been doing their thing since 2012, and right now that thing is offering catering. Some of the best homemade food in the area. Yes, they are closed physically right now at their location there on St. Louis Road, but they are open for catering. They're still trying, like a bunch of other folks around the USA right now, trying to find some help that will stick around and be some valuable employees for them. So until they get that done, right now their focus is going to be on catering. So if you have an event coming up, big or small, you have a luncheon, 20 people or something like that. You have a wedding reception, 80 to 100 people or something like that. Well, Cafe Agape can handle that. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 618-345-2233. Well, the K-Hawks come into this contest after a couple of wins under their belt. They are now 2-10 on the year. They are 0-2 in Southwestern Conference play. Belleville West, they come in at 6-7 on the season, and they are 1-1 in conference play under their brand new head coach, Miasha Franklin. This is her first year. Katie Cease is the head coach for Collinsville. She's in her second year and brings with her a record of 11 wins and 35 losses. After the win that we brought you at Granite City Thursday, the ladies took part in the annual Muscuda tournament on Saturday. Collinsville picked up 1 win in 4 matches at the long-running tournament out there. Collinsville dropped their first 2 matches to Freeburg and Centralia in 4 straight sets. Kahawks would rebound in the first afternoon match of the day versus Anna Jonesboro with a straight set 25-13 and 25-17 win before dropping the final match in 2 sets to Columbia. Collinsville has 2 wins in their last 5 matches after that 0-7 start. Lady Maroons, they are through a back-and-forth start to the season. They won their first matchup at Muscuda to start the year, went through 5 matches at the Legacy VTC tournament, and went 2-3 there. Came out of that with back-to-back conference matches where Belleville West beat East St. Louis, but then lost to O'Fallon. After a home loss to Mater Dei, Belleville West then headed to the tournament in Jacksonville this past Saturday, where they dropped their first match to Washington before rattling off 3 straight match wins with a 6-1 record over Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin, Jacksonville, and Peoria Richwoods. So they come into tonight's contest on a 3-match win streak. All right, our first break here in the pregame show, brought to you by Cafe Agape. And when we come back from break, we continue our interviews with some of the seniors on the squad. And up next is number 3, Reese Kendall. My interview with young Miss Kendall will come your way next as the Cafe Agape pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121. Or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. We welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network as we are at Belleville West High School tonight for some Lady Kahawks volleyball after their tournament appearance at the Mascoutah tournament over the weekend. They are back in Southwestern Conference action. And visiting with us now, number 3, senior Reese Kindle, varsity for the last 2 years. You are a defensive specialist, more likely than not a libero. So tell me, what is a defensive specialist and what is a libero and the difference between the two?
For a libero, I think you have to be more court awareness, and you have to be the leader to step up in defense, I guess. And I guess for a defense specialist, you have to also be aware of the court and have court awareness too, and just be aggressive and go for every ball. So.
All right, let's find out a little bit more about Reese Kindle and her family. Tell me about mom, dad, brothers, sisters, pets, and we'll go from there.
I live with my mom and dad. I have 2 brothers. One's 30, one's 27. They both live with their girlfriends. I have a pet pig. I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, and I love my family.
What, do you live on a farm?
No.
All right, just checking. Pet pig, huh? What's the pet pig's name?
Her name's Charlie.
That's a cool name for a pig. All right, who in the family do you get your athletic genes from?
Probably my mom, because she did play softball whenever she was my age, and I play softball too. So, and my grandma also did. But
The brothers, were they athletic?
my other brother, he played baseball too whenever he was my age, but they didn't really play that much going into high school, so.
So you have a big difference in the age there between you and your brother. So was there much of a sibling rivalry at home, or was it past that already?
No, me and my brothers really never argued. My oldest brother, he moved out, so he didn't, he was kind of back and forth. But we're all still very close. We never really argued, and we all love each other, so.
All right, let's talk about a little volleyball. Tell me a little bit about your volleyball past. I know you played with my daughter Addison at Holy Cross, along with Alyssa Huckleberry's older sister, Melina, and Lydia Fluss. So I know that part of it. When did you get started in volleyball? Was it at Holy Cross?
Yeah, it was. I started in 4th grade, and since then, I just loved it ever since and has been played ever since, so.
All right, so volleyball and softball. If you couldn't be playing those 2 sports, is there a sport out there you would love to be good at?
Not really. I mean, I don't like to run, so.
All right, tell me a little bit about school. Let's talk about some of the things that I call my favorite things. Favorite subject?
My favorite subject right now is I'm taking welding, and I'm not really I guess a bookworm kind of girl. I don't like I love hands-on stuff, but I don't like to sit down and learn in a class, I guess.
Well, that would lead me to my next question. What's your least favorite subject?
Probably math, but I don't take it this year, so that's a good thing.
All right, let's go a little faster with some of my favorite things. Music genre, what's your favorite one?
Ooh, probably country.
Favorite artist?
Morgan Wallen.
Favorite movie?
Ooh, probably Grown Ups.
Good one. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which one's your favorite?
Ooh, probably dinner.
What's the meal and who cooks it?
Steak and my mom.
Favorite salty snack?
Probably a pretzel.
Favorite sweet snack?
Probably Nerds.
Favorite breakfast cereal?
Probably Fruity Pebbles.
All right, enough of that stuff. All right, talk to me a little bit about your future. What's next after high school?
I wanted to be a veterinarian and go into that path, but my mom and a few other my family members are in the medical field. I thought I want to do that, but I don't really I'm kind of leaning away from that path now. I really like welding, so hopefully it'll take me in that direction and I'll be successful in that.
How was the mosquito tournament? You have fun at tournaments?
I did. I was tired. We were all tired, but I think once we got woken up, we did really good for the most part, and we just did our thing.
How do you beat Belleville West tonight?
What did you say?
How do you beat Belleville West tonight?
We keep doing the same thing. We have good energy and just do our best.
Thank you. Good luck the rest of the way. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. You too.
Rekindle, everybody. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show, and when we come back, we'll set the starters for you. More stats, names, and numbers, all that coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions, kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is the new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmers markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off of the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream, gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced products. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, only in Collinsville, Illinois. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
And once again, we welcome you back into Belleville West High School. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you ready for this contest between Collinsville and Belleville West. So I know the Collinsville lineup, and they're being introduced right now, so let's go ahead and do that before we get to the Belleville West lineup, because I'll have to circle the numbers as they're announcing them. For Collinsville, Addie Johnson, senior setter. Reese Kindle, our pregame interviewee, is playing libero tonight. She is also, of course, a senior. Megan Summer is an outside hitter along with Aubrey Johnson. Summer is a junior and Johnson a sophomore. Carson Mode gets the start tonight at middle blocker. She is a sophomore. Another sophomore at middle blocker is Talisha Gilmore. And Jenna Scheller is your right side hitter, and Jenna is a senior. Belleville West getting ready to get introduced, so I will be quiet because I don't have them either. All right, we have our starters. Maddie Shield is the setter. She is a senior. Malaya Sparks is an outside hitter. She is a senior, along with fellow senior Elise Gibson, both of them playing outside hitter. Your middle blockers, Ashley Gluck, who is a senior, and Jala Sparks, who is a freshman. And then your right side hitter is Ryan Gamblin, a senior, and your libero also a senior, and that is Chloe Breckel. For Collinsville, they're being led in the serves department by Aubrey Johnson. She's served up 97 of those so far this year, only one error. That's a good for a 98.97 percentage on her serves, and she's also leading the team in aces with 9 on the serving side of things. Jenna Scheller, she has 50 kills, averaging just a little over 2 per game. Talisha Gilmore leads the team in blocks with 23. She's averaging a little over 1 per game, although she had 4 the other night against Granite City. Reese Kindle, our pregame guest, she has 70 digs to lead the team, averaging 2.9 per game, and she received the most serves as well at 155. Ashley Gluck leads the Belleville Lady Maroons, 106 serves. She's committed 11 errors, good for a 89.6% on the serve
department. And Maddie Shield actually leads the team in aces with 17. Malaya Sparks leads the Lady Maroons in kills with 65, averaging 2.8 a game. Ashley Gluck leads the team in blocks with 19, averaging just under 1 per game at .83. And Malaya Sparks has led the team in digs with 46, and she has received 118 serves to go along with her 46 digs. So we are just about ready to go here between Collinsville and Belleville West. Belleville West owns this series since 1999. The Maroons are 20-6 against Collinsville since the 1999 season. Here is Addie Johnson. She serves. We are underway. Belleville receives. They'll send it over to the far side, and right off the bat, a kill shot that went right off of the chest of Reese Kendall, and that came from the rocket shot that is supplied by Ashley Gluck. And Belleville West out to a 1-0 lead. The reason we're on so early is because the JV game only went 2 sets, and that was won by Belleville West 25-11 in the first set and 25-7 in the second set. And here we are in this first varsity set, and the Maroons already find themselves out front by a score of 2-0. And serving it up is Taylor Burns, who came into the game quickly. And bad receive over there on the Collinsville side as that one went right out of bounds. And it's quickly a 3-0 lead in favor of Belleville West. Into the backcourt it goes. Kendall picks it up. Addie sets it up for Jenna Scheller. Scheller knocks it across, but that's too far. It's out of bounds. And it's 4-0 in favor of the Lady Maroons. Teams are even, by the way, in the playoff category since 1999 at 3-3. As Kendall keeps that one alive. Now Aubrey Johnson gets it over, and it's picked up into the backcourt by Burns. Set up by Shield and then sent over, but out of bounds off of a hard hit there by Ryan Gamblin. And Collinsville will pick up their first point. So with the 3-3 playoff record, Belleville West is 23-9 against Collinsville since 1999. Lady Maroons, by the way, swept Collinsville in both home and away matches last year. Collinsville's last win was October 1st of 2019 at Collinsville. Here's a pickup in the back by Burns and sent across, but too far on a kill attempt by Malaya Sparks. And Collinsville picks up 2 points in a row. And back to serve for a second try on the point department is Aubrey Johnson, the team leader in serves and serve percentage. There's a high pop fly. That one goes to the libero Breckel. And Belleville West gets it over, and that is going to be a point for Collinsville because she kind of palmed that ball. Instead of hitting it over, she kind of shoved it over, and that means she wrapped her hand around the ball, so to speak, and the point belongs to the Kahawks because of that. So another serve coming up here for Aubrey Johnson. Into the backcourt, and it's picked up back there by Burns, moved up front, and then over by Shield, and that caught Collinsville off guard, and Belleville West will pick up that point. 5-3 in favor of the Lady Maroons. Not sure what the freshman ladies did. I have not seen them come back from the other gym, so they might still be playing. Back to serve now for Belleville West is Ashley Gluck. Well, that's a heads-up play there by Belleville West. Jelia Sparks, the freshman, she saw that there was an open spot right in the middle and slammed it right down, 6-3 in favor of the Maroons. Here's a setup for Summer, and that one goes all the way in the back, but it's off a tip, so Collinsville will get the point there. As Megan Summer on that far side sideline put it in the right spot, just off a fingertip on the other side, and out of bounds it went. So the Kahawks will get to serve, and coming in off the bench to do that is Maya Parker. She had quite the run when we saw her last time at Granite City back behind the line. There's a low floater. She almost got that one in there for an ace, and then that one goes backwards, and it's off of the net. Double hit, they're going to say. And that's what happens when that ball hits the net. Sometimes you hit it twice. And Collinsville hanging in there, just 1 point behind now, 6-5. Another serve coming up for Maya Parker. Parker has the sink on that ball, and it's picked up by Sparks, moved over to the far side. What a block there by Talisha Gilmore. Gilmore and company keep that alive. Aubrey Johnson gets it over to Addie Johnson. Addie gets it across.
Now the Maroons trying to set it up. Simple little feather touch over there by Sparks. Didn't fool Collinsville this time. Megan Summer hits one into the back, and then a couple of the Lady Maroons run into each other as Burns and Breckel kind of banged heads there. Collinsville ties this thing up at 6. We have a timeout called, so we'll step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
So Collinsville, after trailing 4-0 early in this one, have come back to tie it up. And that's too many hits. Collinsville takes the lead. How about that? There's a strong hit. What a nice pickup in the back there by Parker. Johnson saves it in front of her own bench. Parker gets it across. And now over on the far side, Belleville West trying to set it up. Partially blocked there by Gilmore, as well as Megan Summer. They were both up there, and it hit off of one of them and then went out of bounds. So bad break there for Collinsville as Belleville West gets that point back, and it's 7-7. Right underneath my location here, a serve coming up from Addie Gagan, all the way in the back, saved by Collinsville. And then a heads-up play there by Sparks. She saw that one barely getting over the net, and as soon as it crossed over to their side, she put it right behind Jenna Scheller. Another serve coming up here for Gagan. 8-7 now in favor of Belleville West. Here's the serve. And a nice line drive picked up by Kendall into the back for Johnson, and then Megan Summer gets it over and barely does so, but it worked. Now a block, and this one also by Gilmore, but it falls right down the front of her body, and that's on the wrong side of the net, so that's a point for Belleville West, and now it's a 9-7 contest, and the Maroons have a 2-point lead. Here is Addie Gagan again. She serves. Line drive shot picked up into the back by Aubrey Johnson. Kendall moves it up, and Summer gets it over, and somehow or another that kind of fooled the diving Taylor Burns. Collinsville picks up a point, and it's 9-8 in favor of Belleville West. Alyssa Huckleberry, the sophomore defensive specialist, plays libero for the JV team. She's in to serve. And she sends a line drive shot over. Nice pickup over here by Breckel, and then sent across and the wrong direction off of the hands of Addie Johnson. And that point belongs to the Maroons, 10-8. Belleville West with the lead. Here is Malaya Sparks, the senior outside hitter for Belleville West. She sends it over into the middle part of the floor and then pushed over on the second shot, and a nice job there by Addie Johnson. She had everybody fooled as Breckel tried to dive for it and couldn't get there in time. Collinsville is back to within 1 at 10-9. And time for Megan Summer to go back and take her turn to serve. There is the serve. And it's picked up by Sparks. Moved up to Gagan. Gagan sends it backwards, sent over. Collinsville picks it up. That one looked like it was going to go over the net, and that was a net violation by Addie Johnson, or a double hit, one of the two. Couldn't really tell. And the point belongs to Belleville West. 11-9. Chloe Breckel, the libero, to Collinsville's libero, Kendall, and then pushed over by Aubrey Johnson. And that is a net violation against Belleville West, and that is a point for Collinsville. So the Kahawks keeping it close here.
Last Kahok win was a 25-19, 25-17 two-set sweep in 2019. Reese Kindle back to serve. Freshmen are done. I see Elise Halbrooks down there coming back over to the big gym. There's a kill shot saved into the back by Huckleberry, sent over by Johnson on the second try. Almost caught him sleeping again. And into the back right in between Kindle and Huckleberry. And point belongs to Belleville. They now lead 12-10 to the West Lady Maroons. Maddie Shield back into the game, and she'll head back behind the line to serve. She does. And it's picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Addie Johnson sends it back over toward Aubrey, but that's going to be out of bounds on a hit by Megan Summer. She hit it I think she got it off the wrong part of her body. I think she wanted a open hand hit and ended up hitting her palm. So now it's a 3-point lead for the Maroons. Here is Maddie Shield once again. Shield sends it over. Johnson to Johnson and then back to Aubrey Johnson. Blocked out up front on a double team by Elise Gibson and Ashley Gluck. And that lead now a 4-point lead for Belleville West. Shield sends another one across. That's a blistering shot there. And not a lot Megan Summer could do with that one. Timeout called by Collinsville, 15-10 in favor of Belleville West, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Shield serves up another, and this one is too far. It's out of bounds. Collinsville will pick up the point. You know, they get when somebody calls a timeout, they get a 1-minute break. Both teams were back out onto the court after just 30 seconds. Here is Addie Johnson. She started off this night by serving to Belleville West, and she does so for the second time here in this match, Collinsville. And Addie sends it over. Scheller has her shot blocked, but it stays alive anyway. And the Maroons have to get it over, but that one's too far. So Collinsville, with back-to-back points, climbs back to within 3. 15-12, Belleville West with the lead. Addie Johnson, she was our pregame guest Thursday at Granite City. She's back to serve and sends it across down the line. Picked up by Sparks. Moved over, and a violation again by Belleville West will give Collinsville another point. And the Kahawks have gotten back to within 2 once again. Addie Johnson ready to serve. Picked up by their libero, Breckel. Moved over, and that one is punched out of bounds accidentally by Megan Summer. Belleville West will get one of those right back, and a 3-point lead for the Maroons. There is Taylor Burns back to serve. Burns gets it across, and Kindle pops it up. Aubrey Johnson takes care of it, and it's sent over by Carson Mode. Now the Maroons trying to set it up. That's too far. Collinsville right back with another point. 16-14. Lady Maroons with the lead. And here is Aubrey Johnson back to serve for Collinsville. Aubrey pops it up to the back line. Picked up back there by Burns. And then another hard shot, too far. Maroons are hurting themselves here with 3 out of the last 4 points have come from shots that are too far or serves that are too long.
Aubrey Johnson back to serve again. She does so. Picked up by the libero, pushed up front, and then a kill shot partially blocked, and it's off the hands of Megan Summer and out of bounds. So Belleville West will get one of those back, and it's a 2-point game once again. Scoreboard here has it 17-14. What's up with that? Did I miss something? All right, 3-point lead. Excuse me. Serve coming up from Gluck. Picked up by Kendall. Addie Johnson over to Aubrey, for Megan Summer, and too far for Summer. 18-14. Another timeout on the floor. So we will step aside for a moment as well, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Maroons with the serve. Nice dig by Kendall, but it went the wrong direction. And out of bounds. Belleville West now extends their lead to 5, 19-14. Collinsville had it back to within 1 a little while ago. Well, maybe not because my scoreboard was wrong. Here's Gluck. She served, picked up by Johnson, Summer. Now back to Summer by Johnson. Picked up in the backcourt by Belleville West. They send it across. That's a nice dig over there in that corner, and unable to get it over the net was Sparks. That point belongs to Collinsville. And the Kahawks now back to within 4. Here is Maya Parker coming in off the bench to serve. Parker. A little dying duck there, and that one's going to go nowhere. It had spin on it when it hit the first player, and it kept on spinning off of every subsequent hit by a player after that until it just had nowhere else to spin, but out of bounds. Nice job on that serve by Parker. Okay, give us that point. Oh, see, now they're giving, okay, I'll take that other point back. Say thank you. There's another point by Collinsville. And just like that, the Kahawks are back to within 1. I thought my scoreboard was right. All of a sudden, we went from 15 to 17. They added up that other point that was missing. So Collinsville, a chance to tie it up here. Back to the back. Libero picks it up, moves it over here to this side, and a nice pickup in the back by Collinsville. Saved by Addie Johnson. Sent over. Belleville picks it up. Here is Shield. And the wrong side, partially blocked. Saved from going out of bounds there by Aubrey Johnson. Sent over by Megan Summer. Couple of hits, one more hit. Got to get it over now. They do. And it's picked up into the back by Parker. Set up by Johnson to Scheller. Scheller, one hands it over, and it's good. We're tied. 19-19. And now Belleville West wants to take a timeout. So we'll step aside here for another 30 seconds, and we're back for this finish here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Welcome back here to Belleville West. 19-19 is our score. Here's a serve by Parker. Barely gets over the net. That's trouble. And then they do get it over. A nice pickup off a partial block in the back line for Collinsville. Scheller sends it across. That's out of bounds. And that belongs to Collinsville. And the Kahawks take a lead at 20-19. Parker ready to serve again. Picked up in the back by Sparks. And then moved over by Shield. And Sparks tried to send it back over. She hits the top of the net, and Collinsville has a 2-point lead, 21-19. Parker with some magic back there beyond that service line. Another serve coming up from Maya. Down this near sideline and set up over here for the Maroons, and that was a kill shot and a half there. And Ryan Gamblin got all of that one. 21-20, Collinsville with the 1-point lead. And the Maroons back to serve. Here is Addie Gagan. Gagan sends one right down the middle, and it goes the wrong way, right into the Kahawks bench. We're tied at 21. Gagan. Ready to serve. And into the off the net. Nice staying with it there by Aubrey Johnson. Over to Scheller and down and in. Yeah. The young lady here with the corner flag, because the ball scared her, it came right at her. She didn't know if it was in or out, so she appealed to the umpire right in front of the scoring table, and he said it was in, so that's what they go with. Collinsville retains their lead, 22-21, and here is Alyssa Huckleberry back to serve. Huckleberry, into the net. Bad time for that. Never a good time for that, but when you have a 1-point lead, that was a bad time for that. Sparks will go back to serve now for Belleville West. She sends it over. Picked up by Summer. Addie Johnson sends it back to Megan. Megan touches it over. And now Belleville West back to work. Over here for Gibson. Gibson sends it down the line, and trying to kick that ball to keep it alive was Addie Johnson. Just couldn't quite get there in time. And the Maroons back out front 23-22. Over it goes. Up in the air. Addie Johnson backwards, and that one's too far. Saw that when it left the hand of Aubrey Johnson. It was going to have too much on it, and the Maroons are 1 point away from wrapping up a first set victory here. Sparks back to serve it up again. She does. Popped up into the back line. Addie Johnson sets it up for Megan Summer off of a partial block, and down it goes. Collinsville stays alive. Megan Summer will go back to serve. Maya Parker was ready to pop up off the bench to go serve again, but she just did that. Here is Summer. Into the backcourt. Picked up by the libero Breckel. Moved over to the side here by Gibson. Picked up on the other side by Collinsville, and then a no-look pass or no-look shot over the net by Johnson. Almost fooled him. Now over on the far sideline, picked up by Summer, and then moved over. And Johnson, no look over there for Belleville West as well. Everybody's trying to fool everybody. Partial block, picked up, and Collinsville sends it over into the net, off the net, back into the back. Sparks has to get it over. She does. That was amazing. Here's Addie Johnson for Gilmore, partially blocked. Gilmore takes care of it, and Johnson sends it to the back line. Tipped over, and Collinsville gets the point. We're tied at 24. So it's going to take more than 25 to win this one, as you have to win by 2. And back to serve again, Megan Summer. Here it comes. Into the back it goes and out of bounds. And these unforced errors late in this game are not good. When you least need them, that's when you don't need them. Did that make sense? It's a game of emotions. Those emotions get the best of you, and that was the unforced errors are caused by that. Here's Gilmore shoving it across with one hand. Now a setup, and barely getting it over there was Gluck. Collinsville's turn to set it back up. Here is a block out. That's blocked, and that is going to be a game winner for Belleville West. It was blocked and then blocked back, and Collinsville touched it and it went out of bounds. So 26-24, the first game belongs to Belleville West. We will take a timeout, and we'll come back and tell you all about set number 2 in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
And once again, we welcome you back to Belleville West High School. Todd Duke with you. First game belonged to Belleville West. And we'll see if Collinsville can rebound after that letdown and pick up this second set victory and take us to a third set tiebreaker. We're underway here in set number 2, and there's a block down. Collinsville starts off with the lead here in this second set, 1-0. By the way, we will not have a post-game show or a post-game interview. Getting up here on this balcony is not easy, and I had to deal with a locked door both times they came up here. The first time to set up my stuff, and the second time after I got my lineups in my pregame interview, I had to find someone to unlock it, so I figured I wouldn't want anybody to have to go through that trying to find their way up here after a game. So there's a second point by Collinsville, so we won't have a post-game interview. I apologize to you all, and I apologize to Dr. Chris McCluskey, as he is the post-game sponsor here tonight. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. That was a whale of a first set, man. Collinsville fell behind 4-0, came back and tied it 6-6. Went back and forth after that to the tune of 17-16, 17-15. And then Collinsville finally tied it up 19-19, took a lead at 20-19. Belleville West came back and took a lead 23-22 and eventually won it 26-24. And the Maroons get their first point here in this second match. Here's a serve by Ashley Gluck, and Kendall picks it up for Collinsville. Moved over by Addie Johnson, and then a slam shot that goes right into the net.
off of the hand of Megan Summer, and we're tied at 2. She had the right idea, just didn't get enough height on it to get over the net. Serve picked up by Kendall. Moved over for Scheller. Scheller sends it over on a little feather touch. And now a setup and the same result on a feather touch. Collinsville picks it up. Here is Scheller off of a partial block, and down it goes. Collinsville back out in front, 3-2. We're off tomorrow. We are back at Kahok Stadium on Thursday night. Southwestern Conference Soccer against Belleville East. Boys are playing tonight at home against Alton. Here is Alyssa Huckleberry with the serve. Nice downward motion. That's in. The last second, Taylor Burns decided to let it go, and it stayed inside the lines. 4-2 in favor of Collinsville. Another serve by Huckleberry coming up. Into the back it goes. This time, not taking any chances. Burns picks it up. And over on the far side, that's too far. So Collinsville out to a 3-point lead here. Boys soccer team, a little bit of a rough patch there. Saturday losing in overtime to CBC, and then yesterday a 1-1 tied against Webster Groves. Here is Huckleberry, that's out. 5-3. 2-point lead now for Collinsville. So we hope the boys get back on the winning track tonight against Alton and Thursday against Belleville East before we head out to Charleston Friday and bring you some Friday night football against the Charleston Trojans. Popped up in the air on the back line by Collinsville, moved up front, and then sent over by Aubrey Johnson. Belleville West trying to get the turn now. They send it over by Addison Gluck. Popped up in the air, and oh, what a nice job on the touch by Megan Summer. She saw everyone converging over there, and instead of slamming it, she just gives it that feather touch, and Collinsville picks up a point, and they have their 3-point lead back intact at 6-3, and here comes Maya Parker, the sophomore. Parker sends it over. She has that dying downward motion on her serves, almost like an off-speed pitch in baseball or a slider. Starts at the top and slides its way down. 6-4 after West picks up that point, and back to serve for Belleville West is Malaya Sparks. Sparks sends a line drive shot over. It's picked up by Summer. And then a double hit by Addie Johnson will give Belleville West a point, and it's a 1-point contest. Collinsville leads 6-5. Sparks back to serve it up again. Line drive shot picked up by Summer, but it went the wrong way. We're tied. 6-6. Collinsville trying to pick up this second set victory to send us to a third and final tie-breaking set. Sent over. Kendall, it goes the wrong way again, but this time Parker's back there. And it's sent over by Collinsville. Picked up by the Maroons, and then a slam shot by Ryan Gamblin. Finds a spot just before the diving Aubrey Johnson could get her hands set down there. 7-6, the Maroons take the first lead in this game. And another point for the Maroons. Sparks with another one, and that one's into the net. So Collinsville will get one of those back the easy way, and it's a 1-point contest once again. Junior Megan Summer back to serve. She does, and it's picked up by the libero Breckel. All the way over onto the side. That one is out of bounds. And it went right over the outstretched arm there of Megan Summer. About an inch lower, and that would have hit her in the arm and went out of bounds, and I wouldn't be giving Collinsville that point. We're tied at 8, and that one's going to go out of bounds, so now we're not. 9-8, Maroons with the lead. Chloe Breckel, who is the only Maroon wearing the white shirt out on the floor. She is the libero, and she'll
take her turn to serve. It's over. Picked up in the middle and moved over here to the near side for Gilmore. That's a block out right there. And then it's sent down, and Addison Gluck found the spot that was vacated by Talisha Gilmore when she left that near side sideline over there and came toward the middle of the net. 10-8. Maroons with the lead. Collinsville trying to get it over. They do so in the form of Aubrey Johnson. Now over this way for Gamblin. Gamblin gets it over, and Collinsville picks up the point, as she really actually didn't get it over. And the Kahawks are back to within 1 point again. Here is Reese Kendall. Kendall, our pregame guest, serves it. Picked up by Sparks. Gagan moves it over, and a double hit by Gagan means Collinsville gets the point, and the Kahawks have tied it up once again at 10-10. Kendall, another serve. That one almost skimmed the top of that net. Back over this way, and into the net it goes off of a hit by Gamblin. And then she got it right back. Of course, that's not allowed. So Collinsville back out front 11-10. Kendall ready with another delivery. Here it comes. Into the back, picked up by Sparks. Gagan trying to set it up over here and does so quite nicely to Gamblin. And we're tied at 11. Maddie Shield comes in to serve. She'll take the place of Addison Gluck. Addison is a sophomore, and Ashley is a senior. Here's the serve by Shield. Right down the middle onto the back line. Picked up by Parker, moved over by Addie Johnson, and a double hit by Johnson means the point belongs to the Maroons. Got a couple of double hits called here tonight on both sides. More than our fair share, I should say. Here is Maddie Shield with another serve. That one is low, and Kendall couldn't get down to get that one. Timeout called by Collinsville, 13-11 in favor of Belleville West. We will step aside in just a moment, and we'll be back after a timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back to action. Collinsville picks it up, and Sparks sends it up front for the Maroons. Sent over. What a dig over there by Reese Kendall, and a save by Addie Johnson. Megan Summer gets it over after all that. And another try here, but that was just a little bit too high. Trying to jump up there and pick up that ball was Ashley Gluck, and that was just left a little bit too high for her. So that point belongs to Collinsville. It is 14-12 in favor of Belleville West, and back to serve for the Lady Kahawks is Addie Johnson. Addie sends it over into the back middle, and it's picked up by Breckel, moved over by Shield, and then sent over by Duncan. Collinsville keeps it alive. Mode sends it across on the final try. Another setup coming up here from Shield. That's blocked up front by Mode and Jenna Scheller. And Collinsville is back to within one once again. Serve coming up here from Addie Johnson. sends it over. Shield sets it up this time for Gamblin, and that one paid off. Maroons back up front 15-13. And a serve. Kendall picks it up. Addie Johnson sets it up for Scheller. Scheller off of a partial block. And that partial block was picked up by Breckel, and then Belleville West picks up the point as well. 16-13. Ryan Gamblin to serve another one for the Maroons. It's over, and that one is out. Collinsville to within 2. Staying alive. In to serve is Taylor Burns. Taylor Burns came back into the game for the Maroons. In to serve for Collinsville is Aubrey Johnson. Johnson sends it across, and it's picked up by Breckel. Moved over by Shield to Sparks, and down the line it goes. And that one is out of bounds. Ooh, say the Maroon fans. Collinsville gets back to within 1. Excuse me. Aubrey Johnson ready to serve. She does. Little pop shot. Sparks picks it up. Shields sets it up behind her, and Gluck had to change course and didn't do exactly what she wanted to do. And there's Carson Mode with a kill shot. And we are tied. 16-16. Another serve coming up here for Aubrey Johnson. Here it is. It's a pop shot picked up in the back by Breckel. Shields setting it up, pushed over, and Addie Johnson sets it up for Aubrey, who sets it up for Scheller. Scheller gets it across, and then Breckel brings it over this way for Sparks into the back, and that is off of the, I believe it was off of the thigh of Aubrey Johnson and straight out of bounds. So 17-16 in favor of Belleville West. As Jelia Sparks checks back into the game. She'll take the place of Breckel. And back to serve is Ashley Gluck. Ashley sends it over, and Kendall gets a hold of it, but it goes the wrong direction, and trying to get a hand on it there was Megan Summer. She just couldn't. And it's a 2-point lead now for the Maroons. Here is Gluck. Collinsville trying to come back and win this second set to send us to a third and final tiebreaker set. Trailing by 2 are the Kahawks. Here is Scheller. Scheller sends it across. It's kept alive and then blocked out by Carson Mode once again. Mode coming in and doing some good stuff here. Here is Aubrey Johnson over to Scheller. Scheller with a nice kill shot there. And Collinsville staying in it. 1-point lead for Belleville West. And here is Alyssa Huckleberry to come in to serve for the Kahawks. Huckleberry delivers. Knuckle. Oh, that one's out. That was close. 19-17. Maroons with the lead. In to serve for Belleville West is Addie Gagan, the sophomore setter. Ball over, picked up by Huckleberry. Johnson keeps it alive for Megan, and that one's down. That all-important 20th point. Belleville West gets there first, and Coach Cease wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well, and we are back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Todd Duke back with you from Belleville West. Scheller sends it across. Belleville West trying to set it up. They do so to Sparks. And a net violation will give Collinsville a point. A much needed point. And the Kahawks are back to within 2. It's 20-18. Belleville West with the lead as Maya Parker is due to check back in for her serving capabilities. She'll take the place of Jenna Scheller. And we'll see what Parker can rattle off here. Parker, first one. Knuckles down on the ground and unable to get any loft on it was Taylor Burns. And another one. This one picked up by Breckel and set up for Sparks. Sparks all the way back into the back. And Collinsville gets it over, and they can't do anything with it, can the Maroons? And the Kahawks have tied this thing up at 20. So Parker out there trying to give Collinsville a lead. Here's the serve. A little lofty shot picked up by Breckel, moved over by Gagan. 2 Sparks into their own net. Collinsville has a lead, and it's 21-20. And now the Maroons would like a timeout. So we'll step aside with them, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Maya Parker serves it over. Belleville West with it. Sparks gets it across, and too low for Collinsville to deal with it, so we are tied once again, 21-21. Sparks back to serve. And no, she's not. She already did that, so she's running to the sideline. Jordan Whitkus will come into the game for the first time. She is a junior defensive specialist coming back into serve in a tied contest, 21-all. Here's the serve, and it's picked up. And now Addie Johnson moves it over for Aubrey Johnson. Off of some fingers up front. Belleville West has to get it across. And they do so with a blistering shot by Ryan Gamblin. And the Maroons are back out in front, 22-21. Another serve coming up here for Whitkus. It's across, picked up by Kendall. Addie Johnson sends it across, and that's down. Everybody moved up front. Back line was wide open, and Whitkus was the only one back there. She couldn't get a hand on it before it hit the ground, and we are tied at 22. Back to serve. Here is Megan Summer. Summer sends it across, picked up by Breckel. Moved up by Shield, and then down it goes. Off of a kill by Addison Gluck. And the Maroons are back out in front by 1. 23-22. Breckel back to serve. Pops it up, shallow. Addie Johnson sets it up. Nope. I don't know how those double hits keep on happening, but they come at the most inopportune times, and that will give Belleville West match point here. They secure this point, and the match is over. Here's Breckel's serve. This one is not going to make it. So Collinsville back to within 1 once again. Reese Kendall will come off the bench to serve, and Carson Mode will come in to take the place of Huckleberry. Gilmore also to the bench. Sparks back in for Belleville West, taking the place of Whitkus. Here's the serve by Kendall. Sparks picks it up, and down it goes. Collinsville's tied it at 24. We were here in the first set. Maroons ended up winning that one, 26-24 after Collinsville tied it. Now the Kahawks need 2 more points to win this thing. Here is Kendall. Her serve is a more line drive, picked up by Sparks. Moved up and over, and into the net it goes. Collinsville 1 point away from sending this to a third and final tie-breaking set. And Belleville West would like a timeout. We'll take it right along with them, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Well, forget it. We're going to stay here. I couldn't find a 30-second commercial fast enough because I did not want to play a 1-minute commercial because probably wouldn't have been back in time. So we'll just keep it here. How about that? Faked you out. Psych. Hope you're having a great day. Boy, it was beautiful out weather-wise, wasn't it? Sunshine, upper 70s for a high, a little bit of a breeze. Love it. All right. Collinsville up 25-24. They can get this point here. They will win set number 2 and send us to set number 3 tied up. Here is Kendall. She serves. It's picked up, moved over here, and across it goes, and down off of a partial block up front by Mode and Johnson. But it wasn't to be, and now we're tied 25-25. And remember, you have to win by 2, so next point does not win. And here is Maddie Shield. Shield will go back to serve for Belleville West. Serve on the way. Tips across the front of the net. Here's Addie Johnson for Aubrey. Aubrey sends it over. Picked up there by Gamblin. Over onto the far side. Partial block way to keep it alive by Addie Johnson. Mode keeps it alive for Collinsville. A miss hit by Kendall. And that one belongs to Belleville West. I don't know. She tried to hit it right up in front of her because that's where she had some of her players, but it took a spin off of her wrist and went straight behind her. Serve. That one is in, and that's game. Low line drive shot, and an ace wins it. And Belleville West victorious here tonight, 26-24 and 27-25. Man, what a couple of good sets that was. And Belleville West ends up victorious here tonight. They win this one 2-0. We will have a brief pregame show, just no pregame or postgame show, excuse me. Just no postgame interview. Our postgame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show, an abbreviated one, comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading. They do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Back here at Belleville West High School, Lady Maroons on their own home court sweep the Collinsville Lady Kahawks in two sets, 26-24, 27-25, and yes, they were that close. Collinsville stayed in each and every one of these games. They fell behind 4-0 in the first set, came back and tied it 6-6, went back and forth for a while. Collinsville had it tied at 19-19, took a 20-19 lead, and Belleville West went ahead 23-22 before they rattled off the final few points they needed to win that one, 26-24. Same thing in the second contest. Collinsville led 7-6, and then it was tied 10-10. Belleville West took a lead 14-11. Collinsville came back and tied it 20-20 before taking a 21-20 lead, and then we were knotted at 24, and then Belleville West rattled off a few more points, and Collinsville ended up dropping that second set 27-25. JV lost both of their sets as well, 25-11, 25-7. And I have a text message in to Coach Katie Cease to find out what happened with the freshman game. So as soon as she passes that along to me, I will put that on my final story. And we will go from there. So that's going to do it for us tonight. And we'll see you again on Thursday. We are back at Kahok Stadium for a Southwestern Conference boys soccer tilt. Just last week, both teams were undefeated, Collinsville and Belleville East. Collinsville no longer in the undefeated ranks. They lost to CBC over the weekend. Belleville East, not sure what they did over the weekend, but I'll find out tomorrow when I start doing my homework, and it should be a pretty good game for you on Thursday as the Lancers come to town to take on Collinsville in some boys soccer action at Kahok Stadium. So until then, a big thank you to Reese Kindle for joining us in the pregame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until Thursday night, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening.